Hello everybody, how's everyone doing? Streamer Mind here, and I am finally back in the lands between. My last challenge run video in Elden Ring was about 8 months ago, so it was about time I came back to the game that started my channel. And oh boy, what a challenge this was. As you probably read from the title of this video, I'm going to attempt beating Elden Ring using only torches. We all know torches are pretty bad. I mean, they are made to light our way through the dark areas and aren't really built for smacking demigods in the face. So, since I'm always looking for new ways to torture myself, pun absolutely intended, this seemed like a good challenge to get back in the swing of things before the long-awaited DLC comes out. Because it is coming out, right, Miyazaki? I just hope it gets announced soon. Anyways, before we begin, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this type of content. I'm trying to reach 10,000 subs by the end of this year, so it would be great if you could help me reach that goal. And with everything said, we can finally begin. After choosing Hero as my origin story and picking the Golden Seed as my keepsake, I finalized my beautiful character. I then practiced this particular speedrunning strategy that totally nobody knows about. Got drunk last night and woke up completely hungover in a sketchy clinic with a weird scar on the left side of my belly. Oh, Limgrave, it's been a long ass time. I collected the Golden Rune 2 outside of the Church of El and bought the Mighty Torch, our first weapon. FYI, torches are slow, have bad hitboxes, and the base damage kinda sucks. So, yay for me.
But you, I am afraid, are maidenless.
After getting called a virgin by a bitch with only one eye, I obtained a horse, and I rode that horse all the way to Liurnia, and made my way to the Raya Lucaria Crystal Tunnel. I picked up all the smithing stones 2 and 3 in the area, infinitely stunned the Crystallian until he exploded with joy, and obtained the smithing stone miner's belt bearing number 1. I then picked up some golden seeds, cheesed the Knight Cavalry for a whopping 42,000 runes, upgrading my torch to +7, and I was ready to face Margit.
Foul tarnished. In search of the Elden Ring. Emboldened by the flame of ambition.
Honestly, the damage wasn't too bad. His jump attacks are the most punishable attacks as he takes a very long time to recover, and by this point, I know this fight like the back of my hand. Second phase ain't much different from the first. I only got distracted once by Margit's beautiful feet. Anyways, Margit goes down on the first attempt, and we all know who's next now. But before tackling the toughest demigod, yeah, you wish, I went to Castle Moor and picked up the Steel Wire Torch, which is the best torch damage-wise. Picked up some cash in Caelid, as well as half of the Dectus Medallion. Upgraded to +6, the Steel Wire Torch has a breath attack which can be used for crowd control. And with the left side of Dectus Medallion in my hand, I got the Glintstone Key in Liurnia and arrived in Altos Plateau to pick up the second Miner's Belt bearing. Got 3 Smithing Stone 6s and Smithing Stone 5s, and I upgraded the Steel Wire Torch to +8. Well, you aren't anymore, buddy. With the money I made off of Godric the Simp, I upgraded to +13. I then traveled to the Minor Erdtree where I set fire to the Putrid Avatar for the Flame Shrouding Cracked Tear, got the Fire Scorpion Charm in Malgelmir, and I forgot to mention that I also picked up the Spiked Crystal Tear from the Mistwood Minor Erdtree. Oops. Fortunately, Radagon's Beast is really susceptible to fire. The doggo goes down easily on my first try. I expected much worse from torches. They don't seem to be that bad, honestly. Before enduring pain, I rode my trusty steed to the Lux ruins, dethroned the demi-human queen Gallica for the ritual sword talisman, went on a killing spree throughout the lands between. Then this dude Var gave me the finger. I don't know what's his deal. I teleported to Mogwin Palace and got my hands on all the juicy runes in the area, as well as the Halic Drake Talisman +2. Continued my search for money and fame, please subscribe to the channel, and died from a random shot to the back like I was in a Modern Warfare 2 match. The good Modern Warfare 2, mind you. Leveled up my vigor and dex, officially crowning myself as the king of casuals, and was ready to face Renala. First phase went as smoothly as you would expect. I did not have enough power to one cycle the first phase, but I managed to finish her off on the next one. Second phase went like... I used my prize money for some more levels in dex. I needed some more smithing stone 5s, so I traveled to Celia Crystal Tunnel and picked up all of the goodies I could find in the air. Killed the falling star beast like a true Chad and got myself 5 smithing stone 7s as well as some other good stuff that will turn out to be useful later. So tell me, stream, how was Radahn? Okay, but this is how it actually went. That was my little cousin playing, so don't mind that gameplay. Once I was finished sending the crackhead and his anorexic pack back to rehab, I finished myself off like a big boy and got probably the best torch in the game, the Ghost Flame Torch, which deals magic damage instead of fire, so very useful for the fire giant, and also deals freeze damage. Not a lot of build up, but better than nothing, I guess. I arrived in Caria Manor and then went on and had a chat with the friendliest NPC of all, Solidus, and he gave me a potion to give to Nepheli Lou. I then talked to Gideon and then tried to give Nepheli drugs, but she refused.
I have no need of it.
So I then spoke to Gideon again about his toxic relationship with his daughter, and then talked to Nepheli about her daddy issues, and offered her some booze to go along with the conversation, and she finally accepted. But I guess alcohol is a gateway drug because I found her high on fentanyl like she was some homeless dude in San Francisco. After progressing Sullivan's quest some more, I finally obtained the Blue Scorpion Charm, which increases magic type attacks by 10%. I then sodomized the Dragon Tree Sentinel, but before taking out Goldfree, I obtained the Magic Crystal tier by killing this tree avatar in Liurnia. And first try Golden Shower Goldfree. You know why Elden Ring is the greatest video game of all time? 3 words. Morgoth's feet. Yeah, damage isn't the greatest and there would be some ways to increase it with buffs, but I wanted to test myself and see how far I could make it without them. So, death after death, I felt like I was relearning every pattern because of the fight lasting so long. Freeze damage was obviously an oasis in the desert, and fortunately torches do decent damage to posture. Mind you, decent in the context of this video. In reality they are horrible, but these few saving graces allow for this challenge to not be a complete fuck you, but just a mild one. Ah yes, Mountaintops of the Giant, the lost Izalith of Elden Ring. Since it's a pretty empty space with not much to do, yeah, you don't have dragon booties twerking all over you and the boss is not that bad, but still, the veterans know what I'm talking about, or maybe I simply am an idiot. Anyways, here I got the Summerstone Bell Bearing 3 as well as the normal Smithing Stone Bell Bearing number 3. I feel like I'm repeating myself. I upgraded the Ghost Flame Torch to plus 17 and was now ready to fight the giant hobo in the snowy valley. Oh, there he goes, setting fire to his own leg again. Yeah, we get it, buddy, the opening of the third eye. I guess meth does wonder to the mind and the body, right? Well, that is some fucked up shit, ain't it? Anyways, the damage was low, my hatred for this boss was very high, but I was still convinced in not using any damage increasing buffs for now. And as it turns out, the fight was not so bad. I got him on my 3rd try. I gotta admit though, this is some cinematic shit. And yes, the second phase is extremely long with very few opportunities for consistent attacks, meaning I was cruising around the wonderfully designed area for about 10 minutes. But with enough patience, the big baby went down. There is another torch that I would need to get before continuing my war campaign, but in order to get it, I would need to kill Commander Nile to access the consecrated snowfield, or would I? So from the Ancient Valley Ruins Grace, follow the path you see on screen until you see this spirit spring, then super jump in the air like you just don't care, and make sure you point your camera all the way down, and as soon as you see your compass touch this mountain peak right here, jump again and turn on your left. Death cam will activate, but you won't die if you did it correctly. Once you reach the bottom of the pit, quit out and log back in and you will have survived the fall. Then just follow the same path I'm taking and you will finally arrive at your... Ta-da! I will replay the jump in slow-mo so you can understand the jump better. Okay, so after getting the St. Trina's torch and upgraded it to +6, though I was still missing a 7, so I then went on and touched the girl for the very first time, and it was magical. We held hands for about 12 seconds. I think she is in love with me.
This girl is on fire!
I then somehow woke up in Kansas. So, how were the foreskin duo, you ask? Well, I wouldn't know because I got completely carried by Bernal over here. The St. Trina's torch was somewhat useful in getting them to sleep, but let's just say that I wasn't the main star of the match. Best NPC summon ever. After upgrading the Ghost Flame Torch to +23, picked up the Dragon Crest Shield Talisman +2, and cried when I saw the base damage I was doing to Garank with my newly upgraded weapon. This fight almost broke me. My damage was so low I couldn't even get through Garank, which is the easiest part of the fight. It was time to pull out the big guns. So, I killed the Draconic Tree Sentinel just outside Malekith Arena for the Malformed Dragon Armor set. So, goodbye, Soldier of Godric cosplay. You'll be missed. I then legitimately used the bow and arrow in an only torch run in order to aggro the Spurt and get him to unalive itself by throwing itself down this pit enough times for me to get enough runes to reach 33 faith. I then traveled to Grand Lift of Dectus, picked up Howl of Shabriri as well as Golden Vow back in Malgelmir, killed the Putrid Avatar for the Stonebarb Crack tier. I didn't end up using it, but you might find some use for it. Okay, let's see that damage. 541 on a charge attack, which is a whole lot better than what I was doing before. It still was hard AF, but after many deaths, this finally happened. After touching a menstruated vagina, I bought a stone sword key, picked up the mimic tier as well as the ghost glove ward picker's bell bearing, upgraded the mimic to +10 and had a 3-way with Gideon because fuck Gideon. Alright now, show me a true lord.
Alas, I am returned.
Perfection.
Anyways, enjoy the fight. For Radagon, I switched to the Fire Shrouding Crack tier, implemented Power Within as a buff, and that is honestly not that bad. Not bad at all. 2000 damage? I can't believe a simple Fire Torch could do so much damage to the final boss of the game. And I could still increase it by getting the Axe Talisman, which in all honesty, I still don't know why I waited so long to pick it up. Anyways, here are some highlights of what happened during the fight with Radagon and Elden Beast. Enjoy! Alright folks, we have come to the end of another journey. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, comment what you think, or if you have any suggestions for future runs, please leave them in the comments down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help. Anyways, stay safe friend, and I will see you in the next one.